If you know the history of Africa very well, you would agree with me that in the ancient days, Africa was home to so many great leaders. Among those great leaders were queens that led their kingdoms with precision and power, and their leadership has left an incredible mark on the history of Africa. Today, we take a look at some of the dynamic ancient African queens. I am sure you have heard about Queen Aminatu. Yes, she's the first on our list today. She is very well known as a warrior princess, having inherited her mother's assertive and precise nature. Her mother built the capital of Zazu. The city was one of the 7 original states of Hausa land in the 16th century. As a member of the royal family, Amina chose to refine her mother's military skill. She soon became one of the greatest warriors of Zazu. She was able to increase the borders of Zazu through her smart tactics. Her leadership helped to make the Hausa land the center of trade in the Sahara and the West Africa region. Her career as a warrior and princess spanned over 3 decades. Next on our list is Makeda, Queen of Sheba. Ethiopia's 14th century epic, the Kabra, writes that Queen Makeda was a queen of incredible strength. According to the epic, she survived a battle with the serpent king Ari. The king was troubling the North Ethiopian kingdom of Axum. After defeating the king, Makeda became the queen of Axum. Makeda is popularly known for her story with King Solomon in the Bible. They had a son named Menelik. According to historians, Makeda and her son brought back the biblical Ark of Covenant to Axum. Through them, the lineage of great East African and Nubian kings were born. Queen of Sheba left a legacy as an essential figure in the Old Testament history for Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Next on our list is Queen Nefertiti. She is well known as a prominent queen from ancient Egypt. Her name means a beautiful woman has come. She left a legacy of strength, beauty, and power. Many historians believe that she married Akhenaten, the ruler of Egypt from 1353 to 1336 BC. Together they had 6 children. The couple was best known for their exploits in expanding the Egyptian nation. They were responsible for establishing the cult of Aten, the religion that placed the sun god Aten as the essential figure of worship, also in charge of Egyptian culture, promoting the nation's artwork and language. The images of her on the walls of Pharaoh Akhenaten's tomb portray her as a woman of authority and power. Now let's talk about the first queen of Madagascar. Anytime I mention her name, I slow down. Now let's do it here. Queen Ranavalona. She ruled Madagascar from 1788 to 1861. She ruled for 33 years, and during her reign, she created Madagascar to be an independent state. She remained defiant against European colonialism. In doing so, she maintained the cultural and political sovereignty of her nation. Colonialists view her as a tyrant, but her people saw her as a patriotic leader. Now let's move on to Cleopatra of Egypt. And Cleopatra is a popular political figure from ancient Egypt. Her life inspired many historians and storytellers. She was born to a royal family around 69 BC. After her father died, she and her brother ascended to the throne. She was just 18 during that time. The relationship with his brother became strained after they assumed power. She then organized an army to overthrow his brother. She defeated him in the Battle of the Nile with the help of Julius Caesar of Rome. Many historians believe that they had a child together. Following Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra met Mark Antony. Their love story inspired so many storytellers. The queen died following a snake bite by an Egyptian cobra in 30 BC. Antony committed suicide after receiving false report that the queen died in a battle. They were buried together as they had wished, and Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. Next on the list is Queen Nandi. Nandi was the mother of Shaka Zulu, one of the Zulu kingdom's greatest king. Her story is one of the resilience as a mother and one of the hope against social pressures. According to historians, she fell pregnant with Shaka Zulu out of wedlock. She endured great humiliation but stayed committed in raising her child. During the reign of Shaka, Queen Nandi had significant influence over the affairs of the kingdom. She was the voice of reason during the times of political strife with neighboring kingdoms. And Shaka was able to go on many exploits because of her support. She extended the borders of Zulu kingdom over a period of 12 years.